So I've just realised that I've actually painted this bookcase 5 times. I did a ultra grip, 2 coats of paint and 2 top coats, and it feels like it's taken forever. But finally it is done, and we've just been putting in the bookshelves. And I'm just putting in the last one that will go in here. And I can't believe how it's transformed. The shelves have transformed this. We've still got the bottom piece to go, but it's really starting to feel like a library. And the library is coming together. We've been working on it all week, and we're going to show you what we've been up to, but make sure you stay till the end of today's video because we have some really big news about our summer market, and you're not going to want to miss that. So let's go see what we've been up to. So today is a really rainy Sunday, and we are working on some trim for the library. And you probably have seen by now, we're always looking for cost-effective ways, and trim can get really expensive, especially the decorative pieces that we're trying to do to make it have that character in the house. So we've come up with this new design for our door trim up in the library. And so Stephen has taken some MDF and we've actually cut it, and then he's routed the edges to give it a really nice kind of round edge. And then we have found some other casing pieces, I guess, that we lay on top of it, and the end result is pretty good. We've been really impressed with how it's worked. So I'm just painting these up now, first coat, and then we're going to take them upstairs and I'll show you what it looks like with the 2 pieces put together. This is how our door looked before we added any trim. We added the MDF first, and then after we had that up, we added the second casing piece on top. So this is the casing that we've got that we're going to use on the door trim. We've now cut our MDF and painted it up, and it's got that nice edge, but we wanted something a little bit extra to add to it. So this is the casing that we found, and you can see over here that this is the door that we've been working on, and you can see here how we've added this casing on to the MDF. So it's 2 layers now. And we kind of did it as an experiment because we weren't sure how it was going to work. But I think the finish has been really good. It's a very cost-effective way for us to do door trims. But now it's all painted up, it kind of all looks like it's one piece. So it's got some great character, which I love. And so who knew that you could take a little bit of casing that you found in bulk and add some MDF and make this really unique door trim. You can really see how the library's starting to come together. We have our bookshelves in, we've been working on our paint and trim this week. So our window is now all painted, our chair rail is up, we've started putting some baseboard up, the trim around our doors are all finished on both the attic door and the Parisian suite. And the next job for us to do is to stain the floor. I just got out the fabric that I'm going to be using in our library, and I wanted to look at it against the blue because it's so hard when you have paint samples to see what the fabric's really going to look like. So now we've actually got all our blue painted. I've just pulled out the material that I've chosen, and this is the first fabric that I've chosen, and this is going to be for our curtains. And I wanted a very neutral fabric for the curtains because I didn't want to take away from the fabric I'm going to be using for the chairs and the blue. I wanted it just to be a subtle complement, not to jump out at you. So I chose this really lovely, it's got a little bit of texture to it, but it's just very neutral. And then the second fabric I've got here is my fabric that I'm going to be using to reupholster the chairs. And this is a suede, got a slight suede feel to it, and it's this gorgeous coppery orange, burnt orange kind of color. And I just love how it matches or complements this blue that we've got in the bookcases and on the wall. So I'm very excited. It's lovely to see them now big size. But the next job for me is obviously to get the chairs reupholstered with this material and to start make my curtains with the neutral, and then we can get them up and the library's really going to then take shape. The other project we started working on this week was our family bathroom, and this was the first functional bathroom that we got working, and we've been using it for a while, and we weren't able to take it apart and do any work until we had the Parisian suite finished, so we had a bathroom to use. So now that's done, we are now dismantling this bathroom, and we're going to put down the underfloor heating and start getting it ready for tile. So what's this blue stuff for?
And it helps the floor leveling compound stick to the floor.
Yeah. Why is it blue?
Why do you ask silly questions?
It's a reasonable question. It's a very bright blue.
It doesn't have any effect whatsoever.
So they could have made it bright pink then.
Because boys prefer blue.
Oh, there you go. Boys prefer blue. So once the blue layer had dried overnight, it was time for us to put down the underfloor heating and getting it ready for tiling this weekend. We are so excited that tomorrow we'll be releasing all the information about our summer market, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. So our summer market is going to be on July the 24th and the 25th, and our theme is a vintage village fair. So we're going to turn back the clock and create a nostalgic experience that's all surrounded by our beautiful manor. And we have very carefully curated a group of local artisans and vintage inspired vendors, which you are not going to want to miss. You'll find pretty vintage treasures. You're going to find homewares and accessories. You're going to find beautifully handmade jewelry and candles and decor. You're going to find sweet treats and drink treats and even vintage clothing and flowers. So we have lots for everyone. And you're going to be able to stroll through the market stands. You will be able to have your photo taken at our very unique photo booth. We're also going to have photo sessions available that you can book before the market. We'll have traditional fair games, so you can come and try your hand at some of our vintage traditional fair games that you would have found at the fair years ago. We even have a cake competition that you can enter. So all the information is going to be released tomorrow on our webpage, and the tickets will be released at noon tomorrow. Now tickets are $5 each, under 12s are free, and they're going to be based on availability or arrival time, because we are wanting to make sure everyone's safe, that we have enough space for social distancing, so we will have limited tickets available each hour for arrival. So they will be released tomorrow at noon, but you have the opportunity to get your name on our first to know list and receive an email at 8 a.m. so you can get your tickets before everyone else sees the opportunity. So I'm going to put the link in the comments below this video, and you just need to click on that link, go to the list and add your name, and you will then receive an email at 8 a.m. tomorrow, which will give you the link to purchase your tickets before everyone else. So head on over now, well, when I finish this video, head on over and get your name on that list, because trust me, you're not going to want to miss this market. Our vendors are just amazing. I can't wait for you to see the list of the names tomorrow when we release it. But trust me, you're not going to want to miss any one of them. So I'm going to get back to work because I've still got lots of things to do. But just on a side note, I will be sharing some behind the scenes. So over the next 8 weeks before the market, I'm going to share some behind the scenes with you, so you get to see the behind the scenes of how we're setting up and organizing the market as well. So that's something else to look forward to. But I'm going to get back to work, get your name on that first to know list, and I look forward to seeing you at the market, and I look forward to seeing you next week on our next episode of the Lady Smith Manor Diaries.